First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekakadash, and amongst those great millstone, while unto his truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great and powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of the lesson is Breaking News. The stage is set. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So I have a little news article on COP28. I'm going to just read the title and I'm not going to go into it. I have a video that I'm going to bring forth that will bring out more edification. I'm just going to read the title and just kind of scroll through it so you can look at it for a minute. Then we'll get a precept and we'll start today's lesson. So it reads, it says, 2023 UN Climate Change Conference, UNFCCC, COP28. So when you go in that word COP, it's talking about conference of parties. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's going into what? Climate change. So they're getting ready to come together about climate change, about the World Financial Institution, also these digital IDs, so you understand what I'm saying. So I'm just going to scroll through it, let you have a look at it. So when you get time, take a look at it. So, you know, these things are going down right before I. And also, the King of England will be there, and also the Pope. So you understand what I'm saying. You know, a lot of things are coming. Also, there's more talks about peace. So when they say what? Peace and safety, then total destruction will come upon us. So just scroll into it so you can look at it a little bit, but won't go into it because you know how YouTube is. So just take a little look. But when you get a chance, go in and look at this, check this article out, because this is happening today, and it will go on to from November the 30th to December the 12th. So a lot of things is happening. We knowing that what the devil's getting ready to fill his belly, or his agenda, his plan, which in fact is what? The new world order, what? Total control, one world currency, one world government, one world religion. Not about, the heathens are raging. And not about, we already know that grain of rice is right around the corner. And also this digital society. So more breaking news is that it's an outbreak that's going on in China, you know what I'm saying? And not about it, you know what I'm saying? So that those things are constantly picking up. Also, is rumors right here in Babylon the Great, America, Ohio, and also is rumors in New York of an outbreak of some type of lung pneumonia outbreak. So it's a lot of things that happen. And not about, we're not ignorant of Satan to what devices. And not about, we already knowing that they're getting ready to roll out another what? Pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? So have to be careful in this lesson once again. And also breaking news once again said, starting December the 1st, said Google will start deleting Google accounts if you're not if you have not used them in over 2 years. So hey man, we already know famine of the word is coming. You know what I'm saying? Freedom of speech. So everybody getting ready to censor everything. And also we know that persecution of the saints is coming. So hey man, everything is what the stage is set. All things are ready. So we seeing that these things are coming, man, at a fast pace, man. We are very excited, man, because hey man, we're very close to our salvation and also the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Man, it's at the door. So we already know if we make it to 2024, man, it's gonna be it's gonna be a hell of a ride. You know what I'm saying? And hoping and praying that we'll be out of here very soon. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Also breaking news, it says in South America, Venezuela and Brazil, they saying that it's a breakout war, in I think around the area of Guyana. They're saying it's over there in South America, so it's still reports, so it's still developing, so you know what I'm saying? So we still are watching, we are measuring the time diligently. So we having war is breaking out right in our backyard. Also, we know about what the border crisis, we know about these sleeper cells. So a lot of things are coming down the pipeline. So we seeing that, hey man, this, they could call it what? A lockdown, a mandate. They're saying, look, the climate change, you know what I'm saying? We already know what this is going to lead to. Total control, track and tag, you know what I'm saying? Surveillance. And out about, you already know when you go into that acronym SMART. It means sustainability, monitoring, accessing, rating, and tracking. So you already know this is all about that grain of rice. So we already know that the CBDC, these digital currency, going to work hand in hand with the digital IDs, also with the grain of rice. And out about it is at the door. They're getting ready to roll out their agenda. They're getting ready to roll out their plan. COP 28. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? These the conference of parties. So, you know, when you get a chance, look it up once again. And let's get a quick precept before we start today's lesson. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, and we'll start at verse 12. Let's get a quick precept before we start today's lesson. And it reads, it says, For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in a evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snares are a trap, so are the sons of men snared in a evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. So we seeing that this evil net is already set, and everybody, you know, it's called the NWO, you know what I'm saying? This global reset, this digital society, this cashless society, you know what I'm saying? One thing about it, it's gonna work hand in hand with the grain of rice. So we already knowing that the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath, and not because he knowing that his time is short. So we seeing that things are happening, prophecies are speaking, you know what I'm saying? You know, Bible prophecies are popping just like popcorn. We are rejoicing. We almost at the end of this thing. You know, hey, one thing about it, we got to keep the faith, keep pushing. And out about it, the Lord said, wait on me until I rise up against the praise. So, hey, man, we are so very close, man. Hey, man, one thing about it is, hey, man, this is not our rest. And out about it, hey, man, we're waiting on the kingdom of heaven that dwells in right. So now, let's start today's video. We'll start today's video, and after the video, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
Take place from November 30th to December 12th.
Eventually, that's going to lead to the mark of the beast. So there'll be another pandemic, and then they'll bring about a digital ID after that pandemic. So part of the Paris Climate Agreement are these 17 goals, and it's for full control of you and I. And I call it the all-seeing smart card. And so it's the I over climate action, and it's for sustainability, monitoring, assessing, rating, and tracking you. And so it's an actually acronym of SMART. And the roadmap, the roadmap and comprehensive plan to control you is through the SDGs. This is how they're going to implement the Paris Climate Agreement for every human being and how they live until the end of 2030. So they have to transform every single human being within the next 7 years, and through this plan. So this SMART plan is what I actually meant. This agenda sets up for the world for a tyrannical leader known in Scripture as the Antichrist. On December 11th through the 12th of December, final negotiations will be underway to strengthen the Paris Climate Agreement for 7 years. So on November 30th, they're going to declare their plan of action. They'll release to the parties their rough draft for the 7-year deal. The first day of COP 28 will be on the World Climate Action Summit. This goes for 2 days. The third day is they'll be discussing health, relief, recovery, and peace. This is the whole day that's for peace and security on December 3rd. The fourth day is for finance, trade, gender equality, and accountability. So here we have the smart card being played out again. December 5th is on energy and industry and a just transition for indigenous peoples. December 6th will be a multi-level action, urbanization, and environmental transport. So they want to change the way how we move about. On the 7th of December is a day of rest. That's their Sabbath. It's a Thursday. December 8th will be focused on youth, children, and December 9th will be on nature, land use, and oceans. So December 9th connects with what King Charles wants to proclaim based on his document on May 5th to bring about 10 principles each year for the next 7 years on how we should, on land use and the oceans. And December 10th is on their control of food, agriculture, and water. And then December 10th through 11th and the 12th will be final negotiations for their 7-year deal.
And they say peace and safety.
Heralded the dawn of a new age of peace.
Fundamentally important to our own national security as well as
increased its military presence along its northern border in response to a territorial dispute between its neighbors, Guyana and Venezuela. This escalation follows rising tensions over the oil-rich region of Esquiva, which constitutes over 2/3 of Guyana's total landmass and is claimed by Venezuela. The situation has intensified as Venezuela plans to hold a referendum on December 3rd regarding its claim, despite Guyana's request to the International Court of Justice to call off the referendum. Brazil's move to bolster its military presence is seen as a defensive action to monitor the situation closely amidst concerns over potential impact and a regional dispute.
All right, guys, we've got some breaking news coming in off of the news desk in Venezuela. Now, there still needs to be some research done on this, but they say that between Venezuela and Brazil, a war is starting. A launch of an invasion by the Venezuelan army at the Guyana region. The Brazilian army is said to have launched a counter-offensive. The U.S. Army, according to these reports, is deploying their own forces to assist the Brazilian army in countering this. Whether this happens or not, if it goes all the way to a full-blown war, we are going to see the United States military torn in yet another direction, one that leaves us less capable of defending our homeland here on U.S. soil. Now, in China, you guys already know that there's a big problem taking place. It's either an epidemic or a pandemic or something going on there. The Chinese officials are officially labeling it as an epidemic of treatment-resistant bacterial pneumonia. Now, if this is true, and we're already starting to see an uptick in pneumonia cases in children in the United States of America and over in the UK, we have to look at a bit of a bigger picture here. Is there something more at play? And most of all, we have to take care of ourselves.
Know that they are not novel. There is pathogen surveillance and exploration to make sure that there is nothing new here, but it is causing this wave of illness. And so really their mitigation efforts are going to be very similar to what we've been talking about for all respiratory infections, staying home when you're ill, wearing masks.
Your Google account might be getting deleted. Google just announced that accounts that haven't been logged in more than 2 years could be deleted. Google says these accounts are more likely to be compromised due to less secure passwords and a lack of two-factor authentication. A deleted Google account would include things like Gmail, Docs, Drive, and YouTube, so if you haven't logged into your account in a while, please do so. Google says it will begin the process of removing inactive accounts this December.
So we'll start today's lesson, and one thing about it will not be no 7-year agreement, and there are many antichrists, and also when they say peace and safety, then total destruction will come upon them. So we already know you got to pick out the bone in that first, I think that first or second video. But one thing about we know it's not going to be no 7-year agreement, and also we already know when they say peace and safety, you know what I'm saying, total destruction will come upon them. Also, you know what I'm saying, there are many antichrists. He said, you know, antichrist. There are many antichrists right now at work. So let's start today's lesson. Just want to do a little edification on that also. But, you know, we always have to pick out the bone, you know, when we watching these videos, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So now we'll start today's lesson in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it reads that, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowing that his time, that he has but a short time. So one thing about it, he knowing, he's seeing his day has come. He knowing that he got to move very quickly. You know, he's seeing that, you know, he's bringing forth these unrighteous decrees that he have prescribed. You know, these this COP 28. You know what I'm saying? These executive orders get ready to come into play. This tracking and tacking also. The tracking and monitoring system that they get ready to put into play. You understand what I'm saying? Tagging and tracking. Understand? You know what I'm saying? That grain of rice is right there in front of your face. So we seeing that he's moving along with his plan. He's seeing that, you know what I'm saying, that, hey man, he getting ready to try to fill his belly. And out about it, hey man, we're here, we're seeing it right before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? These prophecies are playing out left and right, man. We are almost at the end of this thing, man. We are watching, praying, and being sober, man. Hey, man, rejoice ye heavens. So let's read this again. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, it said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowing that he has but a short time. So his time is short. His day has come. And out about it, the Lord is getting ready to take him out of rulership. That transition of power is taking place right before our eyes. So we already know this is a big deal. That COP28, look it up. Conference of Parties. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, they're going to have it in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? The AUE, the Arab United Arab Emirates. I think that's what it's called. But one thing about it's going to be in Dubai, Saudi Arabia. So everyone around the world will be there. The King of England, and also the Pope. So you already know that. Hey man, you already know this what they are talking about, the NWO. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, total control. So we are here. It's at the door. And one thing about it is that, hey man, it's time to seek the Lord while he can be found. So now, let's go here to Isaiah, just some random scriptures, quick lesson through the Spirit. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. And it reads, that woe unto them, woe mean destruction, that decree unrighteous decrees, that right grievousness which they have prescribed or authorized. And now, when you go into that word decrees, that mean what? A law. You already know what's going on with that. What's happening started today, November the 30th through the 12th in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that COP 28, it's a big deal. So we already know the WEF and also the WHO, in collaboration, with the King of England, also the Pope. So hey, we already know it's going down. The stage is set. So hey, we're here. So let's read this again. It said Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It said, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Verse 2 said, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Who is that? It's talking about what? Israel. And one thing about it, we already know that, hey man, he's getting ready to try to what? To strike. But when he strike, the Lord is getting ready to strike right back. You know what I'm saying? When the enemy come in like a flood, the Lord is going to lift up their standard. So we're very close to this time. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, a time of trouble that we have never seen before. We go over these things left and right because what? They are what? Breaking news. And also what? We're living in the end time. Real time. It's happening right before our eyes, man. Hey man. We're here, man. The Lord's getting ready to execute judgment. So now let's go here to Revelation chapter 13, the meat of the lesson. Let's go here. It's one I want to get out of here. Very important, because this is what is getting ready. This is taking place right before our eyes right here. And it reads, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and call, that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So one thing about it is that we already know what this image going into. It's going into this new world order. You already seen what's going on through November the 3rd through the 12th. You know what I'm saying? This COP 28, you know what I'm saying? It's talking about their agenda, their plan. You know what I'm saying? New world order, total control, digital IDs, you know what I'm saying? Track and tagging, you know what I'm saying? Surveillance, you know what I'm saying? Add about biometrics. A lot of these things are getting ready to come into play. And out about it, we already know this beast banking system. This is what? Revised Roman Empire. A lot of people going what? Trust in the strength of this system, and they will be totally destroyed. And out about it, it's getting ready to come into play. Also, universal basic income. So we seeing, the Lord is constantly moving the chess pieces around, and we seeing that these things are lining up just like clockwork. The Lord is a master chess player. So now let's start back. And also, if you do not accept this this image or this system, you know what I'm saying, you will be killed. So persecution of the saints is coming. So we already know these smart cities, these quarantine camps, you already know that they already reinstated them in New York. And also we know that that's going to spread through all across America. And about they get what they want, which in fact is the NWO. So hey, we're here. So persecution of the saints is coming, as we already know about these guillotines. And about the Lord said, be thy faithful until death, I will give you a crown of life. So hey man, we're getting ready to go through it, but one thing about the even song, but one thing about that, hey man, we got to go through this last and final conflict before the kingdom of heaven will be ushered in with righteousness, man. We cannot wait. Verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, the charagma, that grain of rice in their right hand or in their forehead, that Neuralink. It's already out. All those things are out right now, right before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Lying wonders. You'll be able to see better. You'll be able to walk better. You'll be faster. You'll be smarter. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like a superhero. And a lot of people going to accept it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to line up because what? They don't have what? Faith. And it is impossible to please Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. If you do not have faith and out about, hey, you getting ready to line up and take this, and that it's going to be a global event. It's called the hour of what? Temptation, man. Hey, it's right before our eyes, man. We've seen it. So one thing about it is that, so that's what this is leading into, you know what I'm saying? So we get ready to come, we coming upon that time, it's moving at a fast pace, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, while you're sleeping, the devil is constantly getting busy. So we already know that grain of rice is here to see him. And also we know that Neuralink is here, those lying wonders and not about it. And a lot of people will accept it, you know what I'm saying? Just like clockwork, hey, I will accept it. Take me, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, you will be totally destroyed. Verse 17 said, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark or the charagma or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And you will not be able to buy or sell unless you take it under your skin. You understand what I'm saying? Digital program, but also what? You know what I'm saying? Under the skin, got to be careful. And one thing about it, hey man, we're here. It's at the door. We seeing the stage is set. Man, I'm telling you. So one thing about it is that you got to have faith. So a lot of people, they're going to say, oh, I have to eat. I need my medication. So I still want to help my job. And it's nothing going back the same. All hell is getting ready to break loose. And this place is getting ready to be totally destroyed. Whether you will believe it or not, whether you will hear or whether you will for better, it is going to happen. It's going down. The stage is set. All things are ready. And we cannot wait to get the hell up out of here. Verse 18, it said, here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 603 and out. It's going into the QR codes. Also is going into the universal product code. You know what I'm saying? That barcode, it's already been in place. It goes into your transaction, your buying and selling. You know what I'm saying? And it's a number of a man. What his name is? Joseph Lord, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But one thing about it is that, he invented the barcode and not about so all that system has already been into place. And not about one thing about things are getting ready to go digital. It's getting ready to go cashless. And one thing about it is that, you will have to take it under your skin. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, that badge of servitude, it's right around the corner. But when they do bring forth this badge of servitude, then all hell will break loose. And not about when the enemy come in like a flood once again, the Lord is going to lift up that standard. That's what we're waiting on. Amen. What the heathens are raging. They're imagining a vain thing. So now let's go here to let's get a quick precept. Let's go here to Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Something that is it's not profitable. You know what I'm saying? Something that, it's not going to do them any good. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to be the next superpower, trying to be like the most high and not about, imagine a vain thing, opposing and constantly exalting himself. But out about the Lord's getting ready to cut him off forever. He will not be able to perform his enterprise. So the heathens are raging right now, but the Lord is causing all these things to happen through spirit and power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is gathering the nation for the conference of Zion. And the Lord is getting ready to come back. You know what I'm saying? The body count is getting ready to be great. The stage is set. You know what I'm saying? And we cannot wait. The kingdom of heaven, it is fast approach. So now let's go here to Psalm chapter 94. Psalm chapter 94, and we'll start at verse 20. Psalm chapter 94 and verse 20. And it reads, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by a law? No. You know what I'm saying? What do light have to do with darkness? And out of the Bible, one thing about it, we already knowing who is the son of perdition. You know, it's Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And out of the Bible, but hey, man, we seeing all these things, hey, man, are lining up right before our eyes. And a lot of people, still are not believing. Out of the Bible, we're not even giving a damn if you don't believe or not. It shall come to pass. The election has attained and the rest was blinded. And out of the Bible, we already know what, who is the throne of iniquity. Hey, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the so-called white man. Hey, man, we're here, we seeing these things are lining up right before our eyes. Time to open your eyes. Wake your ass up, because one thing about it, it's going down. The stage is set. Verse 21 said, they gathered themselves together against the souls of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood. Verse 22 said, but the Lord is my defense and my power is the rock of my refuge. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, the Lord will be a stronghold in times of trouble, a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. Verse 23 said, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity and shall cut them off on their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our power shall cut them off. They will not be able to perform their enterprise, their agenda, their plan. You know what I'm saying? This total control, this NWO will not happen. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. So now let's go to our last and final script. Let's go here to Job. We'll close out here. Job chapter 20. Just a quick lesson through the spirit. Job chapter 20 and verse 23. And it reads that when he is about to fill his belly, his agenda, his plan, the Almighty shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Verse 24. Salaki. Let's start back up at the top. I want to start at 22. Salaki. Job chapter 20, verse 22, this is where I want to start at. It said, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So that's getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing it left and right. You know, all the laborers, the one that was at confederate with him, the one that was at peace with him, now they are prevailing against him. They're getting ready to deceive him. You already know about this brick nation. You know, and also we know that these Russia and China in collaboration with the EU, you know, they're going to burn the whore. And out of every hand of the wicked is getting ready to come upon him. He's in the fullness of his rulership. And it's our time to rule. You know what I'm saying? That transition of power is taking place right before our eyes. The stage is set. Let's read it again. Job chapter 20 verse 22. And it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And I bet them straits goes into, you're going to have all sorts of adversity, all sorts of affliction, and gets ready to come upon him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, he's getting ready to to drink of the cup, the dregs of the cup. You know what I'm saying? What was done to us is getting ready to be done to him. Verse 23 said, when he is about to fill his belly, his agenda, his plan, you know what I'm saying? The Almighty shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Those IBCM missiles, and also that laser and chariot fire. The Lord's getting ready to burn him with that indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we already know that everything is ready. You know what I'm saying? It's in plain sight. You know, and one thing about it, the Lord is constantly making it plain upon tape. And also when they say peace and safety, then total destruction will come upon them. So that's what they're talking about. Peace talks left and right. And how about we already know that, man, all hell is getting ready to break loose. That evil net has already been set. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we seeing it, man. Things are lining up just like clockwork. And once again, our salvation is very close than we yet believe. So the title of today's lesson, once again, is breaking news. The stage is set. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rikaka Dash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.